Hello everyone, welcome to this brief video on how to use Windows Movie Maker. Windows Movie Maker is a sort of, I guess I would say, basic program to video editing and video creation. It does have a lot of limitations, but it can produce some high quality content with a little fidgeting and working on issues here and there. One of the aspects that's kind of odd with Windows Movie Maker is this area. It's not really it's kind of a timeline, but you can't add multiple tracks to the timeline like you can in other programs like iMovie or even something like WeVideo. You can do this. So that's a little bit of a catch here. But to add your media or your images or your videos, you just click on this icon. And I already have all my sources stored in a Google Drive folder called Mini Document Sources. So I would put everything in one folder as always. And now you can kind of select what you want to do. So if you know what these actually look like, or if you just change your settings here to more of a small icon or something like that, or I guess more of a medium icon so you can see what they actually look like, then you can sort of play with the sources and put them where you want to. So I might start with this source. I open it up, and it kind of defaults to 7 seconds. All right, but what you can do is you can always click on this and you can shorten the length of it if you really wanted to. So you can sort of, let me go shorten the length here. I just kind of move it back a little bit, and you can like make it smaller than 7 seconds. I could also double click on this and I can set the duration here. Okay, the speed. You can then do some things like fading in and fading out. Okay, and you can also do some animations. Okay, like pan and zoom. All right, so if I clicked on this one, I can then, pan and zoom different spots. Let me go back to animations, okay? So that's how it's going to look. Or if I pick this one, it might pan from the bottom right down. If I pick on this one, it might pan a different area, okay? So you have some ways you can sort of, play with this to basically, this is like automatic pan and zooming, all right? And, you can kind of play around the way you want it to look in your particular movie. You can also zoom in, okay, a little bit and do some things with that, and that'd be kind of fun. So that's kind of the way that works, all right? One more thing, you can also hit this button right here to get multiple ways to pan in and pan out. There isn't really a way to control it to really zoom in really closely, so another limitation on that. All right, so then again, go back to the home. If I wanted to sort of do some more aspects to this, I certainly could. I could add more videos and photos. Then, after that, I might go with this clip of a primary source. Okay, you see it's kind of building. Now it's 14 seconds, but I can always adjust that. And then I could keep on building and adding more of my sources, later on top of it. And then you kind of lay it all out. Now, here is the major caveat or problem with this. If you wanted to add music or voice narration, you could do a recording. Like right now, I could record right over, and I want to put back at the beginning here certainly, but I could start recording a narration for each photo right within it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let me go back to the beginning of my time frame here. So I'll go back to the beginning and record a voice narration, which is fine. The problem is going to be with sound effects and music. Unlike other movie editors, you can't add multiple audio tracks underneath each one. So I'm going to allow for one audio track underneath your video. Okay, so here's a suggestion. It would be to do your voice narration in here, okay, all right, and then save it to YouTube, and then go into the YouTube editor, and then add those other aspects underneath it. You can add the right from YouTube. You could use the music right within YouTube, like the special effects right from YouTube, and then you can actually go in and add those underneath it. Okay, so there's one possibility with that. Okay, other things you could do is if you want, you could add credits at the beginning or at the end. You could add some captions. You can enter some text like right here, and some text would pop up. It's a nice little little feature, certainly. Okay. So you could add some background and change some things. You can really get into it. They got some nice tools right here. Okay, you can emphasize your music more and more if you wanted to within this. Okay, visual effects, you could brighten everything. Back to animations, this is how it's going to transition between. So that was kind of nice fade right there. Okay, then you can kind of go here and maybe you want to do this one. Okay, all right, and if I go click onto so over here, do this. All right, so then it would just sort of like go back to the beginning. It will have just a nicer little, opening, and then the next one it will get to that point in the moment. See, that will dissolve a little bit. All right, so you can do those transitions, and those look really good. I just wish the panning he had a little more control over the panning and the zooming in and out, but unfortunately you really don't. You're kind of limited to what they have here as options. Okay, so that's just a possibility. Okay, so again, these kind of brighten everything up, and then this is just like you emphasize your music or your video in different aspects of it. So that's kind of the way it works. Now when you're done with your project, before I even do that, let me just go back to the beginning and I'll just record a test narration. All right, so I'll go to voice narration. Now I'm using the microphone. Hopefully this will work as well. I'm going to record. Most Americans recognize this image and may remember its name. It's Washington's Crossing, the Delaware, painted by Emilio Lutz. I'm going to stop there. Obviously, I would have to make that longer. And it saves your narration as a separate file, so you can save it. Okay? And I'm done with that part of it. And now I'll publish this to YouTube. Okay, so I'll go right here to YouTube, and it's going to do some recommendations. So if you select YouTube, there's going to be one problem, and I'll go through it really quickly. It's going to give you the size recommendation, but it's going to make you sign up for a Microsoft Office account online, which is fine. You can do that quickly, and then you can share it to YouTube. If you don't want to do that, another option is to go over here, go to File, and go to just Save Movie, okay, and then just save it. It gives a lot of different features here, but you can just save it even for YouTube. All right, so I'm going to save it for YouTube, and it's going to make an MP4 file. Okay, I'm going to put it back in that same folder that I had everything for my project. So let me go back into here. So I have it in here. I'll just call this our test. I'm going to call it my movie that's fine. I'll leave it, or you can change the file name and just do save. Now it's going to save the movie. It's going to take a little bit. It's a very short movie, but then I'm going to upload this to YouTube separately, or even your Google Drive separately if you don't want to even use YouTube. But I want to show you the YouTube editor of how to make some changes. Okay, so that's all set. Now I'm ready to go into YouTube and upload it there. Okay, all right, hold on, we'll make some changes there. Okay, so now I'm back in YouTube, and I'm just going to upload. Okay, I'm going to click on that, and this is your upload screen. And I'm going to select the file to upload, and send back into my mini project. Sorry about this, let me find it. And my movie, there it is. Open it up. Okay. It's going to upload it, so I won't let us sit here and watch this. Okay, but now once it's uploaded, we can then go back and do some editing with the video editor. Okay, so now I'm in my video manager, and I'm going to go in my movie, I'm going to edit it. Okay. And now what I can do is go to create, and I'm going to go to the video editor. Okay. Now I'm just going to say drag your videos here. Okay. So I can there's my movie. It already comes up. So there it is. This already has my voice narration on it. Let me pause it because you're hearing my voice again. So the voice narration is already embedded in this video, so that's really good. Now you can do some panning and zooming here to play around with it. Again, you can kind of play around and see how that's going to work for you. But now, what I want to do is I want to add some audio tracks. So I'm going to go to audio over here, and now you can start searching your audio tracks. Let me pause this. Okay, I can start searching audio tracks right within here. Okay. And you can kind of go by genre, okay, and I can get some really neat sounds and that sort of thing, which would be kind of neat. So I don't know what we want to use for this. It doesn't really matter. Go like moods, and I haven't really listened to these right now because I'm on my microphone and I can't hear the speakers at the exact same time. But whatever, I'll just pick one. I have no idea what it sounds like. All right, Discovery. And we'll throw Discovery down here. Okay, that should have worked. Let me try that again. So now it's playing both my voice and the music, and we can trim this down, we can move it around, all right? And that's the way you sort of build your music, okay? So let me pause this again. You can do other things like you do some transitions. If you add more than one movie video at a time, you could do some transitions right here. You can add some photos right here as well, all right? So you could build your whole movie right within this particular video editor, which is fine, okay? And then when you're all done, you just press create your video, okay? So that's one way of working around the problem with your voice and the music in Windows Movie Maker. Okay, hope this made sense and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.